What's going on, guys? It's Justin here with my week 4 waiver wire pickups. I want to quickly say thank you again for the support on the last video. It is now my best performing video to date. Also, over 98% of you that watch are not subscribed, so please subscribe as I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the NFL season. Let's jump right into the quarterbacks that I might be looking to add for week 4, starting with Geno Smith. He bounced back in week 3 with a big game and takes on the Bears defense next week. Dallas didn't do as much as I thought they would offensively, but they lost CD early, and I think that messed up the whole offense, and I think Geno and the Raiders can put up some points next week. If I'm streaming quarterbacks, I'm also looking at Carson Wentz. The Steelers' defense has been very bad through 3 weeks, even as the highest paid defense in the league, so Wentz could be an option, though this game is in Dublin, Ireland, so traveling overseas may play a role in offensive production. Bryce Young and Tua are guys with okay matchups too if you're really desperate. Bryce Young takes on the Patriots in what could be a higher scoring game, and Tua takes on the Jets, whose defense has not been great this season. Moving on to the running backs, the most important add of the week is Trey Benson. James Conner seems to be done for the year with an ankle and or knee injury, and Benson was already playing a solid amount, so that's going to skyrocket now that James Conner is out for the year. Bashaw Tutin scored a touchdown for the second straight week, and he's still only owned in 60% of sleeper leagues. He didn't play as many snaps this week, but he should be rostered in all leagues, so make sure to check in yours. Woody Marks played almost half the snaps for the Texans offense this past week, and was the primary pass-catching back. He could be taking over Nick Chubb's role as the lead back in Houston. We still don't know a ton about Joe Mixon's injury, so Woody Marks could end up as the lead back for the Texans. Ollie Gordon finally started seeing some touches in week 3 and totaled 38 yards and a touchdown. His usage as a pure runner can increase over the season, and he might be getting the goal line work. Chris Rodriguez got 11 rushes in a crowded backfield and could be an option if you really need the help. Rico Dowdle and Miles Sanders proved to be the main handcuffs for their teams, each earning 11 and 12 touches respectively. Moving on to the wide receivers, there are a number of options here if you need the help. Trey Tucker exploded for a 40-point game, the first of this NFL season. He seems to be the big play threat in the Raiders' offense, which may be turning around. They take on the Bears next week, so more opportunities can come for Trey Tucker to score fantasy points. Alec Iomanor caught a touchdown for the second straight week, and he's still only owned in 49% of sleeper leagues, so make sure to check yours. Luther Burden had his best game as a pro with 4 touches for 107 yards and a touchdown. Yes, most of it was on one trick play, and the volume isn't quite there yet, but I think Burden could play the Jameson Williams role in Ben Johnson's version of the Chicago Bears offense. I don't think I would be starting him in week 4, but he's worth a roster spot. Tyquan Thornton was the top wide receiver for the Chiefs this week. Every week it seems to be someone else, but he appears to be their deep threat, and Mahomes goes to him often. I don't know what the wide receiver room is going to look like once Worthy and Rice are active, but I think Thornton is also worth a roster spot if you have the space. Calvin Austin has 2 touchdowns through 3 games and is proving to be the number 2 receiving option in the Steelers' offense. Darnell Mooney saw 11 targets in week 3, and his snap share is great, and he is proving to be the number 2 wide receiver for the Falcons. Sterling Shepard had 5 targets with 4 catches and 80 yards this past week. Chris Godwin could be able to return next week, but if he doesn't, Shepard is an okay streaming option with Mike Evans likely to miss. Malik Washington had 7 total opportunities for the Dolphins, and these were mostly manufactured, meaning they intentionally got him the ball. He could be operating as Miami's gadget guy. Christian Kirk saw 8 targets in his season debut and could be a solid option for a lackluster Texans offense. Torrey Horton has posted 11-plus points in back-to-back weeks. A punt return touchdown sure does help, but this guy is a big play threat and could see an increased usage over the course of the season. Parker Washington saw 11 targets with De'Ami Brown out, and Travis Hunter is playing less and less on offense, so Washington could be an option in another lackluster offense. Moving on to the tight ends, and this list seems to be the same every week. Hunter Henry posted the tight end 1 performance heading into Monday night, and has had 8-plus targets in 2 of the 3 games this season. Chiga Okonkwo has seen 4, 6, and 6 targets in the 3 games this season for the Titans, with his fantasy points increasing each week. Orandre Gadsden saw 7 targets in his first game of the season and caught 5 of them for 46 yards. He is a new addition to this list and someone to keep an eye on. Dalton Schultz and Bretton Strange have each seen 4 or more targets in each game this season, so those are deeper options for you. Some of the defenses that I like this week are the Lions versus the Browns, the Texans versus the Titans, and if you really need it, you could probably go the Titans defense versus the Texans too. The Patriots versus the Panthers, the Broncos versus the Bengals, the Chargers versus the Giants, the 49ers versus the Jaguars, and you could probably go with both defenses in the Vikings and the Steelers as that game is being played in Ireland. Go ahead and drop any question in the comments and let me know what you guys think about the waiver wire ads for week 4.